Hello, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. We're going to talk about Bounty 28, some HTML5 things, and let me go ahead and introduce everybody. Kenny,
Hello, hello.
Magic Mike,
Yeah, hello, everybody.
and Aussie.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Somebody's hasn't muted their tubes, so well, let's yeah, let's get going. Yeah, he didn't mute his tubes, so let's go to the next. Let's go to the first slide. Fixed a bug that was causing the Silver Strike UAV to deal more damage than its listed stats. I didn't bother to go in and check or try and find the original blueprint, since it says then its listed stats. Has anybody knows any difference today as far as this is the second or the third nerf on the Silver Strike UAV? Does anybody have any experience with this?
Not I.
Okay. Yeah, because they did they did a nerf. I can't recall. They did a nerf and then they unnerfed it. Well, they didn't completely unnerf it, or they nerfed it twice. They've made several changes to this UAV. So, and it's highly prominent in Half Centaur's base. All of his HT turrets are that, and which is the 101. So let's move along. This week is Bounty 28, and we have the new Tier 9 Conquer Hall. And who knows what's going on next week or the week after. I don't know. I don't think many people are voting for shipwrecks, but that would be my guess. Okay.
Sorry, I was muted again.
Okay. So, all right. Did you say anything or?
No, I would say.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's move on.
Oh no, with the nerfing, yeah, they nerfed it twice. They nerfed it really badly, and then they put the then they nerfed it back to the arc a little bit bigger.
Oh yeah, they nerfed it and then they buffed it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they've changed it yet again.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish they gave us a little bit more details. So, these are the issues that we've had HTML for a week, and these are the issues that they've resolved. The problem that I've noticed the most when I switch over to HTML5 is the loading. It appears they're still working on that. And then there's a whole list of things that they have fixed. So I guess, I don't know, you might want to try it again for some of your issues. If not, there's still some outstanding issues, which are on the next slide. Yeah, the navigation relay is a mess when you try to use it. The thing that I've noticed that I find the oddest is that the AT transformer provides different stats to your turrets depending if you're in HTML5 or if you're in Flash. I'm not sure if it's showing up elsewhere, but I do find that there's if I take screenshots of the same turret, my damage is different in different depending on what platform I'm using. So I don't know. Does anybody else have any in chat or here that
I have not been using it.
Why not?
No good reason.
Okay.
Really, no good reason. I just haven't been doing it.
I use it occasionally, just to see how it's progressing. That's why I recommend, some target that you're used to.
Maybe I'll try it. I'll try it in the FM and while I'm doing what I'm doing. But actually, my Flash has been working pretty good lately. That's probably the reason.
Yeah, Flash has been working, I think, really well for over the last couple of months. This is probably related to the switch over to HTML5. They needed to clean up some things, and they've HTML5 or Flash has been working really well recently. So,
yeah,
but we don't know how long that's going to last. That we have that option.
True.
Is it 2 more weeks, 2 more months? I was getting feedback from Peter during the last show, and he said at least a couple of more weeks. But it really depends on how they are able to stamp out issues with this. So I think the more people that use it, provide feedback either directly through comments if you find new things being a problem, or things that they potentially detect on the server, the better off we'll be.
I will switch over and start using it.
Well, not all the time. I'm just saying you don't have to use it all the time, but I would use it just to know what capability, what problems you may or may not have with it.
Got it.
So, if you have big problems, I go ahead and, there's forum threads, Discord threads, file a ticket. There's all sorts of options to provide feedback.
Got it.
So, as the Kenny, what do you think about it? Is it what you thought it would be?
Yeah, it's not. Well, I kind of thought it would be smoother, not just the load times, but just smoother like motion.
Yeah.
But it's not. I thought Flash ran the graphics poorly, but the HTML, it's not as running as smooth as the Vega game and stuff. I'm a little confused by that.
Is Vega Unity?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, and that was developed in Unity. So
yeah, that's right. That's probably why.
Okay. Big Texas Roller, Bounty always causes lag. Yeah, that has been a problem. So I don't, that's something that they should look at as far as why Bounty causes lag. So yeah, SSRB is still listed as is still an issue, and so all right. Let's move on. Bounty 28, we get the Warhound, which we'll talk about later, of the Desolator Gatling gun, which is quite something, at least according to the stats. The Bastion, which appears to be providing some clues of what we would see potentially next week, from what I've seen. New scans, again, as usual, employee bases for 24 hours, shipwrecks for the second 24 hours, and yada, yada, yada. And same stuff. So, all right, let's move on. All right. This is Half Centaur's base, which I think we'll get to in a little bit. It's one of his more interesting bases, but yeah, we'll get back to that one.
That does look interesting.
Yeah. So all right. This is the Warhound, the first Tier 9 Conqueror. There's the major changes we've seen with it is the weight has gone from 40,000 tons to 80,000 tons from Tier 8, and the max armor points have skyrocketed. It depends on which ship you're comparing it to. Some of them before had 12 million or 6 million, so quite an increase there. The weapon slots on the Tier 8s were 6, and the armor slots were 5. So there's less build time associated with having to put not necessarily weapons, but armor on. And It has two built-in. We haven't seen it yet, besides the stats. It has, two built-in weapons that fire out the sides, 45-degree angle. Salvo 5, so they're doing, as far as deflection damage, 110,000 damage each, which is it's okay relative to what the Desolator does. So, and we were looking at it earlier, and Aussie, your build, a straight build, not including the refits, was right around 17 days for the complete ship.
Were you talking to me? Because I just got
Yeah.
back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do something.
No problem.
Yeah, but it was around 17, just over, something like that.
Yeah. So a lot of it's been normalized, and but I guess we should expect these sort of increases. The big change, and the thing that worries me, is the weapon, because the concussive damage of plus 85% is the same as an upgraded Breacher Dreadnought. The defenses are higher than anything we've seen, including the Subjugator. Those are usually around 75,000. And but beyond that, it's a lot of similarities, and it's 3 days, 18 hours for your base build. So, alrighty, if nobody has anything, all right, this is where it gets funky. The 17, 18 days. It's 1 day, 8 hours for the build, but you basically need to split that in half because of the you only need to build 3. The big difference is that this weapon does 95,000 damage by itself, with no not including any bonuses from specials or anything else. But it's a single salvo, so that's its deflection damage, as opposed to the Havoc Gatling Gun 2, which is 48k divided by 3, so that's 16,000. So this is a significant difference. Me and Austin were talking a little bit about it earlier. He put out a build idea. The one thing that's might be useful, because even though the reload time of 8 seems longer, between specials and the 200 bonus reload, you can put some reload specials on it. But the one that I found to be the one that I found to be sort of interesting to put on is the Desolation Warhead, which adds 175% splash and 100% projectile speed to take down walls, shoot through walls, and damage the ships that are right on the other side.
Isn't this another click-to-back situation building here?
Is there what situation building here?
Click-to-back, where the Conqueror can just walk your base by clicking at the back. And
Yeah. This worries me, as far as the massive increase in deflection damage. I'm not.
But if it's already skewed because of the Subjugator and a few others to attack, I kind of expected defense to get a boost, not offense to get yet another boost.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't this going to put it off the scale in the wrong direction?
I would think so. They're only making 2 available initially, but I don't see a lot of bases being able to stop this, to be honest, because it's going to just tear through everybody's deflections and kill things quite quickly. because we, even without a reload special, with the full bonus reload, I think we got to a reload of 0.57 seconds without any reload specials, if it was fully scald. And yeah, it's a little bit.
It's just going to laugh at that new portal. I mean, I'm sure you have portal on the slide coming up, but I mean, it's just going to slice through it.
Yeah, it is. It's you would sort of hope, if you're somebody that likes to do base defense, you would sort of hope that the next level of OP would have come out and before we got something like this. Or they're gonna, Friday. How long till the store opens? In 23 hours? Maybe in 25 hours they nerf it. I don't know. We'll see. It does feel like one of those things that once you start applying the specials, that you get a deflection damage of around 400k, which seems pretty insane. So, anybody else have any thoughts on the Gatling gun?
No, it's just the build times. Nice, but I suppose because there's only 3, it's not.
Yeah, so we've gone. It's basically the equivalent of 16 hours on a, as far as a base time on the earlier ones. And I forgot to check what it was in the Havoc gun 2, but I'm guessing it's somewhere around. So, alrighty. I guess if there's no more thoughts on the Gatling gun, the limited seawall, I've compared it to the, it's tier 6, but the Great Rampart 1. I compared it because there's nothing really else to compare it to. As you see, we have, we've gone from 2.5 million armor points to 20 million. And then we've seen the deflections triple or 10 times, basically. So,
it sounds beastly until it comes up against that new ship.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the old stuff was going to have a hard time with it.
Yeah. Yeah, the old stuff would. Not that it matters anymore, because basically the only thing that does damage is the HT transformer weapons. But if you take a look at the 62.5k power consumed, and that's pretty much all of level 3.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
So, and you can't put it on any lower levels. And as remember, Portal 3 is like an 18-day upgrade by itself.
Yeah.
And every time it gets hit, it takes what I forget, like 14, 18, some huge number of hours to repair.
Yeah.
So for people that aren't at Portal level 3, click one more time. Okay, we have somebody who I blanked out their name, basically complaining about this point, that they need to have a level 3 portal, and they're so hard to get done, and hoping to have a post, and Geely responds, hoping to have a post later this week. In fact, we'll include an update as soon as it's available. What I'm hoping, because we are so close to the transition to the next OP, that we're part of this announcement, I hope, would be that you're allowed to use base parts for these kind of things. And that's my assumption of at least part of what she's trying to get at. So I don't know. Does anybody else have any thoughts on this one?
I'll probably put them in just to slow people down, but I don't know how much slowing down it's going to do.
So,
right now it's all about the guard fleets and the HTs, and that's pretty much everything else is just decoration lately.
yeah, and maybe we'll see how tough it is, because the thing that I did notice on Half Centaur's base is he has 3 of them in his base. We don't have the new we won't have a new ship to deal with it, but we could see how tough they might be at this point in time, as far as how long it may take subjugators or whatever to take them out. So
Well, that'll be fun to see.
yeah, you may be doing it.
Oh.
It's not as much fun now, is it?
No.
Surprise.
That would be fun to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm joking. I actually would like to see how these subjugators do against that wall.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Let's go to the next one. All right. This is pretty much the end of the slide. So, the Warhound has a limit of 2 at 30K each. The Desolator Gatling gun is not limited, 10K. And the Bastion, the new portal gate, is 15K, and it is limited. Has a limit of 3. Yeah, Cuttlefish says the massive power drain on this portal implies Portal 4 coming soon. I agree with that, but I also think Portal, I think we're both right. I think Portal 3 is also potentially going to be base partable, if that's a word. So, yes, the Hourglass base, which is Half Centaur, is yeah, I assume that's the new turret. So, alrighty. Who wants to hit what first?
I'm all set.
Yeah, yeah. He's
I'm all set. I'm all set to hit a 101.
Am I done here?
I'm on the wrong computer.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Let's. We need to go back to something else. So, okay, I'll remove your from screen. Whoops.
Do you want me to? Who's doing the first hit?
Did you want to hit the? You said you were having how much? Were you able to instant repair with the? Well, actually, Mike, could you go back? Oh, because I want to show him.
I gotta reload him. Reload.
I wanted to show him the target.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Come under pressure here now.
Okay. I just wanted to.
Another few seconds.
Okay.
So to answer your question, the 101 has been instant repair with the subjugators.
The 101 or the 104?
Actually, good question. I better look at this one to see if it's the one I'm used to.
Should be there.
Okay, the 101, unless there's multiple 101s out there.
What slide would you like?
I think it is slide 7.
Okay. Should have it.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
This is it. Basically the way I would hit it is because what's happening is these 2 turrets on the right-hand side are covering the 2 turrets on the left-hand side, and vice versa. And the two turrets that are inside the bases are covering each other. Once you go, there's no safe place to go in. I don't know. If you want to hit something, the 104 for, okay, there are two 101s. This one is definitely, Half Centaurs. It's got his name written all over it. So, and a snail Gorgon one. But this has got to be Half Centaur just by looking at it. But if you wanted to hit, pretty much everything is covered, so you would need to come in basically firing. And I don't know if we can,
Come on.
Okay, are you in one? Or you were just looking at that? Okay. But does anybody want to, before we get to that,
Get down.
does anybody, which one are you going to want to hit here, Kenny?
The 101 is the one I've been hitting that I can insta repair on. The other
Okay.
one. The other one.
Okay. Well, try the other one. See which one it is.
It is the other one, not the X. It's the one I've been hitting so far.
Okay.
I'll go look for another 101 after this one.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Go ahead.
Shall I go ahead and hit this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
Because this is relatively easy, except I have to go in twice just because the UAVs take so long to take down the Gorgons.
Okay. He stopped drinking his milk? I didn't learn until today that you can only drink milk or water on the Senate floor. So what you're doing is the fact that the HT transformers are firing at you and just taking advantage of the range and chaining of the indicator.
See how this one's inside?
Yep.
That one's inside. That one's inside. That one's outside, but within gaining range with everything else, so it dies.
Okay.
So I don't know why there isn't a fifth. I don't think there's a fifth anywhere. But it's a relatively easy base, except for the long ones. These Gorgons really are resisting the UAVs.
Okay.
But because they last so long, you chain off the Gorgons and hit everything in the base without actually getting hit by anything in the base.
Okay.
Except for that nasty flames I'm constantly in that don't seem to hurt me.
Yeah, pretty much for the subjugators. I don't think anything besides the ships and the HT transformers are going to do much damage to you.
Yeah, it's pretty boring. I mean, you just sit here and see how it's killed every turret on that island.
Yeah.
And you do the same with this HT coming up. And then when you start chaining off those 3 Gorgons in the base, it hits the whole center island before you even have to go in and hit anything. So pretty boring.
He recommends going to the channel and click on the rad turret next to the portal and then sit there until the island is dead. So it seems like this one's it's got multiple ways to crack it, but you said that you're doing this for instant repair on the water or instant repair on the dock?
Instant repair on the water.
Okay. So yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of wrong ways to do this.
No. As a matter of fact, the only reason I have any damage at all is, so see that HT right there?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't wait till it was dead and ran into it.
Okay.
And it scratched me mostly. But because there's so much on the outside of the base, as you can see, it just chains to the HT sooner or later, and it dies before you need to contend with it too.
Okay.
Although I'm leaving. Oh, no, it died. So now it's just a matter of, there's only 2 minutes left, so I won't get done. But so if you want somebody else to hit something else, now, well, the boring part happens, but see, these HTs won't touch me, and they'll be long dead before I get there.
Okay. Alrighty.
So all those
uh,
T's make you nervous, but they don't do any damage.
Honestly, is there anything that you said you were hitting the 94s? Or you?
I'm on 2 different computers though. I'm on StreamYards on one computer, and I have to swap over. I'm in actually a 101 at the moment.
Okay. Which one?
One-
This 101 or the
one
other one?
he's doing, one he's doing, but I'm using Subjugator and Basilisks.
Okay.
It's pretty boring, but for 2,400 points, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. I wonder whose base this is.
Yeah, that'd be good. Good question. It's not a particularly well-designed one. Oops.
No, I think it's perfectly designed, but yeah.
Okay, it's well designed for us.
yeah.
But yeah, for no damage, hit 4 of them and you got your 10,000 points. And
Okay. Yeah, it seems. Yeah, if you have a full fleet of subjugators,
yeah, I only have 4, but
it still looks like you're taking more than instant repair on the water, though.
it's hard to tell because that same amount of red's been there for like three hits now.
Oh, okay.
No, that's old damage. That was when I walked right into that HT that was in the corner here.
Okay.
I didn't realize it wasn't dead yet.
Okay.
And this is the annoying part. It kicks you out and you have to go back in. And
Because you timed out.
yeah.
Okay.
Good thing they don't time you out and say, sorry, you don't get the point. But it's an easy 2,400 if you have 4 subjugators. Actually, any one subjugator could do it if you had patience.
Yeah, Cuttlefish is mentioning if once the turrets are dead, because you could just put this on auto and walk away.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because the without the remote targeting, the range of the Gorgons is just 55 because of the negative. The negative range that's associated with the hull.
Yeah. So it's pretty boring, but on auto, who cares, right? You can go get a beer and come back and 2,400 points.
Yeah, a lot of people get their points that way. This, I don't have any problem with it. So, all right.
It's a little boring. So if you can find somebody else to hit something, I guess.
Well, Osty's switching screens and taking care of his bottle. So and he's doing some work on that bottle though. It's almost empty. Yeah. But in the meantime, does anybody have much else to discuss or whatnot?
So is the next raid confirmed? Is it like February 12th?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they have the FM continuing to go. The big thing that's unconfirmed at this point is what's happening next week, because I assume the following week is going to be pillage if we have the normal schedule. So next week is a little bit of a wild card, but I assume pillage is going to be the following week. So I don't know of any holidays that are occurring during that time period. And they do pillage the week before the raid. But yeah, unless they're going to invent a holiday. Is there some holidays in Canada that are happening next week that I'm unaware of?
Well, actually,
Canada Day.
no, February 12th is in several provinces is a long weekend.
What is it, like Municipal Day? Because you guys have some awful names for
I know
holidays.
it's not one that's in Ontario where I'm from originally.
Okay.
It's called Family Day.
Oh my, that's going to make some really awful. If we're going to be hitting a family in the middle of that's not going to make a great target for Family Day.
No. Family Day, like little kids.
Yeah, that's just not. I don't really picture that happening. But
yeah, piracy and families. I mean,
yeah,
pillage in general.
yeah. I don't see, because we've seen like Halloween and we've seen, even Christmas get turned to that. But Family Day, I have a hard time, but we could toss it out to it as a challenge to Alien and some of the other GDs to, make a target based on Family Day. That would be fascinating, and I would love to see what they came up with. But things like Halloween and Christmas might be a lot easier because there's more projectiles associated with that holiday. I'm not sure how many projectiles are associated with Family Day.
Yeah, in the good family, 0, I guess.
Yeah. But it's one of those holidays I'm not completely familiar with.
Okay, that target's done. Finally, 2,800 points. No additional damage than I didn't already have. Except you see I had a Basilisk in there at one point, but it didn't seem to enjoy the nice little warm bath that the other 4 were happy about.
Yeah. Because the subjugators are supposed. Because if you were stacking them and you're getting splash damage or chaining damage, that one's not going to be terribly happy about it.
No. But let's see if that other 110 or
101.
101. I have one bookmark somewhere if I can find it. See if that is actually the X. Oh, that's right beside my ship. So it could be the same 101 or a different one. We'll soon find out when I go in.
Yeah, this is a more interesting target, and it's hard to, because you got to start live. It has Gorgons that are going to come after you. Not Gorgons, Carnages.
Oh, it is the X.
Yeah. I would retreat now.
Really? Why?
Because you're gonna get hit. You're gonna be hit right now, and I would come in.
I'm not gonna like it from there, huh?
Yeah, I would come in from about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Lego's asking, are you hitting these with HTML or Flash?
Oh, HTML, actually. I've been fortunate so far with loading and whatnot. Of course, I just jinxed myself. No, I did it again. That's not too bad. They fixed something. Whoa, I'm being chased right away. Oh, somebody's wounded it for me, at least. I just don't know how well these UAVs are going to do against the ship. I needed more anti-ship capability with this.
Yeah.
It's not. Is it killing it? It looks like it's giving it a.
Yeah. After you kill it, you're going to want to retreat because they get stronger the longer they sit around. So, like I said, I would retreat.
It did kill it without too much damage.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how much damage I took, but it didn't look like a lot.
Okay. And once you go in, you want to kill these 2 turrets that are right in front of you as quickly as possible and retreat again. See the directional turret down below?
Yeah, this way?
Down below?
Downwards, okay.
Yeah.
The turret, the HT.
Because you want to kill them before that Gorgon gets to you.
Oh, I see. I might have to retreat again. It's going to be a close race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go straight down this time.
Okay.
But if I wounded the turret, it'll be down for sure. What's the next move after that turret?
Yeah, because I'm not sure if the because you're getting quite robot-y, and I'm not. You weren't like that before, so I'm not sure if there is a. Because I've noticed that I actually have higher memory usage with HTML5 than I do with Flash, but it takes part in two different processes. So I'm missing. Where is the? Oh, it's the. Okay, it's the.
So now what?
Either try kill it or retreat.
See how it does on killing it.
Yeah, because what the idea was to get in and out, because you're still getting hit by UAVs where you are, because you need to get closer to the actual.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Because you need to get into some blind spots, and you're with you hanging out there. You're not in the blind spot. Yeah, this is probably not something I should do remotely.
And I still haven't taken much damage though.
Okay.
And like I've taken about 15 minutes damage at most so far.
Okay, but now they're getting stronger as you go on.
They still haven't done any damage though.
Okay. All righty.
They've got all this 8 armors on it, so maybe I armored up enough.
I'm just going to swap computers.
Yeah, they increase in defenses and they increase in the damage they do. The longer they live.
Yeah, they've done some damage, like 20 minutes maybe.
Hey, Faye?
Yeah.
I'm just going to change computers, so we're done for a sec.
Okay.
Takes a long time to take down these boats.
Well, after they've been in the water for a while, that's the whole thing with the carnage.
Yeah,
The longer they stay alive.
Yeah, I guess I could have retreated, but
Yeah, you would have taken less damage.
now I can just take out this HT over here.
No, that's not the way to do it. That's not
Really?
the way.
Which way? The other way?
Yeah, the other way. Because those are covered, but yeah, see how they're double covered on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take out this one, the one that I wanted you to hit earlier,
Yeah.
you're only getting. Then you can come in from the other side. You can retreat, come in from the other side, and then nothing's going to fire at you.
Okay, so where am I going right now?
The one that's that one.
This
That
one?
Yeah. And get closer to it. Don't hang out too far away.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm being hit by this one, right?
Yeah.
This is a good base for strategy, at least.
Yeah. And it's
I mean, a lot of them you just sort of roll around and.
Okay. Now retreat. Come in from 3 o'clock, and I don't think you should take any damage from now on.
See how much damage I've taken so far. Oh, almost nothing.
Okay.
About 10 minutes damage so far.
Okay.
I had about 1 minute 25 going in.
Okay.
Because that's the dead sub or.
He was already inside all the ranges though. Now he's going back out.
No, he's not inside of any ranges now.
Yeah, there's nothing that's gonna hit me now.
He was already inside the ranges anyway.
But how is he gonna? He was still gonna. He's still gonna get hit.
Yeah.
He was still gonna get hit by the. Well, yeah, you could have gone that way. Just.
But it would have hit me as I turned that corner.
No, you go through the middle. Take out the other ones. Take out those 3 at the bottom there.
Yeah. You want to take out these 2. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put on full screen. Zoom in. I want to see how much. Well, you took those out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
As far as the the gates with the subjugator, because that was one
Oh
of the.
yeah, I forgot we were going to try that.
Yeah, yeah.
Completely forgot we were. Oh, I let out a ship and I didn't notice. Should I retreat and come back in?
Well, yeah, it didn't take that much time, but what I would do is I would go up into that upper section, kill that, then come around, and then basically snipe out that bottom one. It might take forever to kill, but you should have range on it. But you got to kill those ones, that stuff up at the top first.
Yeah,
Why?
because it's
Because
covering
he-
the outside.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you could go. No, go inside. Don't go around the out.
Yeah. You got to go through the. You got to go through the gates you opened up.
Oh, I was just going to go right up
Yeah,
there.
but then the other
yeah.
turrets will be firing at
But
you.
the other one will be firing, yeah.
So you've got
Yeah.
in their range again.
I think I could have. Oh, yeah, you're right. I would have been inside its firing range.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to take down these boats.
Well, yeah. The longer you let him stay alive, that's part of the problem. He's taking advantage of that with this design. He's making you move all around
You're going
across
up
the
too
map.
far. Come back down.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that. Saw the white flash that indicated. Oops.
Yeah, and you don't want to kill that gate. You don't want to kill that gate.
Okay.
He's gonna,
Too late.
he's gonna kill it. There's nothing.
I'm going to kill it.
Retreat. Oh, too late.
Mm.
No, too late. You needed to retreat
1 second
before you
too
killed the
late.
gate.
Yeah. Yes. Half Centaur is a big fan of the carnage.
I like it now, too. I'd never really seen it in action until now. Because it gives the subjugator something to chew on, at least.
Yeah, because you need to kill it as soon as basically as fast as you can, because every second it's gaining a deflection and other stats. Because he doesn't run it with a Houndmaster, which is
I didn't realize how strong a difference it is in time, like watching it die now compared to when I let it live for a long time. It's dying really fast right now.
Yeah.
And it was taking forever when I let it live.
Yep.
I didn't realize just how strong an impact it was until now.
But it's still living for a while.
Yeah, but not as long as it did that other one.
Okay.
But I left a stupid corner of that warehouse up there, so that'll take some time.
Yeah, it's gonna force you to drive around for a while.
I'll go send that one on its merry way.
Yeah, or you could just hit the S button at this point. But Aussie, do you have anything you want to hit?
Oh, I can hit a 94. I'm going to use all my subjugators, so I was going to
Okay.
use Basilisk, but I'll use. Try and see how that goes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't the baby.
No.
Getting real. He's out of milk and he's really angry.
My cat,
The baby's really changed his tune from what I could hear.
my cat's asking for its soft food.
Yeah.
Siamese,
Yeah.
Siamese are very demanding species.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Okay. So let me know when you're ready, because I don't, I mean, I don't know that we have that much to talk about this week. We got the bounty prizes.
Somewhere.
What?
Got to find a 94.
Okay.
Many around. There isn't that many around.
Yeah, the only thing I learned this week that you can only drink milk and water on the Senate floor, which I'm sure I know the history behind why they let people start drinking milk in the 50s and 60s, but I don't know why they restricted them to water before.
By the way, I ran into that bug, I guess, where it switches versions because it was Flash. I switched a long time ago to HTML, but If I look at the top of the screen here, it says enable HTML5. So that was Flash all that time.
Okay.
So that's probably why it was moving so smoothly. But I wasn't having any issues with HTML. But there is a bug that's on the list that it switches back and forth on its own.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't run into it, but I guess I have. I haven't been hitting that many targets with it. I mean, I hit because I usually get frustrated with the loading and loading the base and unloading. I did a lot of testing. That's why I figured out like the same turret is doing different damages or showing different damages in the stat blocks, depending on which if I'm in HTML5 or I'm in Flash. But yeah,
I'm ready whenever you are.
okay. You are on full screen.
Okay. No, I don't usually hit these little subjugators, so let's see what happens.
That was actually a fun target to hit. A little bit of strategy for once. The 101.
See, this should chain across.
I'm not going to use HTML5. Indiscriminately taking coins away from me.
It's not running very smooth, is it? At all. So I go around the back to kill the ships first. I even do that with using basilisks. Not running very smooth at all. Should we get it? Looks like it took no damage, or very, very little. Anyone there? Hello?
Hello.
Okay, there you go.
We lost sound for a bit there.
Oh, did we? Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
there's nothing
Okay.
there. 0 damage. 28.
There you go.
Ooh, nice.
There you go.
Can't even repair it. Won't let me. Oh, there you go.
Well, 0 damage.
Exactly nothing. Look. It's not even
Yeah.
showing up.
So, do we have much more to talk about?
No, I don't know.
I can't think of anything.
No.
Well, does anybody out there want to join us and um, tell me what I did wrong? I'll put the link out there on the right-hand side, or you can join the after show.
It's 101. See what happens in here.
Okay, you're going to hit the...
I don't know which one it is, so whatever it is.
I won't say you did anything wrong. I just tried to use the HTML.
Yeah.
Did a target for a repair that would have been 1 coin, but breakdown in base. Took it into base, and it was not damaged. 3 coins were missing. And when I took it back out to hit another target, it was damaged again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to prove it, but I put in a ticket.
Okay.
But HTML cost me 3 coins for nothing.
Oh, this is the other one. So let's have a look.
Yeah.
Whoa, my ships are not liking this. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, look at my FPS. It's down at 3.
Yeah,
And
mine,
you're in...
It's in Flash.
okay.
I just went back from Flash, and it was 4 and jumped up to 25. Just
That's why it's
1 second to the next.
That's why it's not
Crazy.
going very well. Oop, get out of there! Get out of there! Get out of there! Get out of there! Yeah, it's not.
So, nobody wants to join us? Well, I don't know. He's seen this one done before, so most people want to conversate about things. I think we'll probably end the show, and you realize which targets are some of the easier ones to hit. So, unless you think there's a reason we should stay on for this hit, Aussie?
No, I don't mind. Whatever.
No, I'm saying, you know.
Kenny, is your ranked or not? Oh, not ranked.
Upgraded?
Upgraded.
One of them is, the other ones are not.
All right. Well, these ones are fully upgraded, so we'll see. Do you want us to see what difference we take? That's about all. I'm taking a little bit of damage.
Well, he had already hit 3 of them before he went in, so it was a little bit.
Okay. Bit hard to tell.
And lost a basilisk, but and some other targets. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, this is 5 subjugators though. See how this goes. It's killing those ships pretty quick.
Yeah.
Come on, move. Get going. So what I'm trying to do here is hit this. That's it. Got it. If it can take that one out. See if it will though. No, not quite. Run around the corner. Oh, that went sideways.
so where's the little mister? He's quiet.
He's standing next to me at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Make sure he doesn't get his head cut in the desk.
Yeah, I know. It's
it may add a minute or two to your damage.
Yeah, that's happened before.
Yeah.
Oops. I think that happened the other day too.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Extra damage. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually on that side too. So. And see, Kenny was saying, it takes him 2 goes at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should be able to get this in 1 go, even though I really went the wrong way. But if I knew it was this 101, I would have come in from the bottom, not the top.
Okay. And it'd be nice if they somehow differentiated the targets.
Got 41 seconds left. See what happens. What the hell have you got? Oh, I'm gonna run out of time. No, I'm not. Maybe. No, I'm not. As long as everything's
hit it with a racket. Hit it with a racket.
Hit it with a rocket. I'll get closer. They don't have to go so far. Oh, just 10 seconds. If I come in from the bottom, that probably would have had more time left. Well, that's showing nothing.
Yeah.
But I know I took damage. Oh, 5 minutes, 29 seconds. How rude.
But where did the damage come from if it shows nothing?
I know. It was showing nothing. So how does that work?
Yeah. I mean,
Ow.
well, it's less than because I really wish we would get an explanation. Like after what Ben did on I think it was on the Friday show with the DOS crew.
Mm.
What is this? What does this battle report actually mean? And I don't think we ever got a really good explanation as far as, that was more of an issue of what is evade. Does evade include things that were countermeasured? And I wish they would at least give us a good, sturdy explanation of what it actually means. The fact that you took 0 damage and then, but according to the battle report, but you might take 3% damage somewhere else and it would still be, 2 minutes of damage, but you took 0 and now it's 5.5 minutes of damage. So, Alrighty. Well, the link's out there in case you'd like to join the after show, and see you on Friday. And maybe we'll know what's happening next week. Oh yeah, we'll get BP next week.
1 minute and 5 seconds on each ship.
Okay. So it was consistent damage across the.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
So I think if I'd come in from the south and killed more stuff from the beginning, I might be able to get that down.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No worries.
Alrighty. We'll see you on Friday. I don't know. These targets are going to be done, and from what I can see, bounty is basically done for most people once these targets are done.
Yeah.
So they'll be over by that point. So I don't know. So we'll see you all on Friday, and I guess the highlight would be BP next week, and hopefully that's not shipwrecks. So see you all then, and good night,
ya.
everybody.
See ya.